postseason action descends on the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. And off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And that one will... They begin the drive with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now a play fake. Wentz. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be in.
Up the receivers on that side of the field. Their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Dalton. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Dalton, 1st and 10. Back to Kamara for another catch. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton on the check down. He finds Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. This will be Dalton again. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So Dalton now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Dalton off play action. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Another chance for Dalton. This one taken in by Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that.
7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wentz. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle, Ingram. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. Touchdown! Juwan Johnson, 61 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Lutz good on the extra point. These two teams all tied after one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gibson here running out of the gun. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time. On play action, Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Wentz. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough To keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
From the 27, Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A 10th carry for Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield here, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds the touch.
5 and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand. Try to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Dalton. He finds his man Johnson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this 1st half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Second down and goal. Dalton.
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw here, Dalton. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
44. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 26, check 26. 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Dalton now to pass.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Andy Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson.
An 11-yard touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's second down. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Short field payoff. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action here with Dalton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Steps. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Chase Young, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a play fake. Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz now to throw. And Thomas has it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the 1st.
And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Wentz.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. And that's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
They go to Johnson again. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers, the tight end, in motion here. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.